Welcome to day one of Affiliate Summit. Are you tired yet? Time zone got you? I'm Michelle Hell. This is day one of Affiliate Summit and my dog Comet and social media for boring, dull, unsexy, challenging businesses. I have all my slides up on my website under the directory ASW17. It's a PDF file. I have 3 case studies in here that are household names that I'm sure you're going to recognize, and I picked them because they're big. But I have a lot of slides at the end that have more text than I want to put on a presentation, and I don't want to send you writing, but they are tips per channel of how to get more engagement, and I also talk about tools that I use at the end of the slideshow. So what do I use for myself and for my clients to make things more productive and get more followers? I'm covering major social channels. My case studies have Instagram, Twitter, Facebook in them. Talk a lot about YouTube and a little bit of Pinterest in there as well. So why this topic? I did social media audits at Affiliate Summit East in August in New York, and I got a question, and I've heard this question before, and I've heard it many times after. Somebody asked, my business is not so sexy, how can I still be successful on social media? So I asked him what his business was, and it was a family moving business. I told him I really didn't consider him to be in the boring category because he has a worldwide appeal. We all move at some point, don't necessarily use a moving company, but he's very relatable. Then the next time I heard the question was a month later, same thing, social media audits, but this time it was an industrial crane manufacturer. Now he's challenging. It's a tough business, but it can be done. It got me thinking about a TV ad that I saw when I was in college. It was for a Volvo car, and all they did was roll out a Volvo car onto the screen and then placed a box truck on top of it. No dialogue at all, tagline at the end, Volvo, safest car in its class, something like that. And I went looking for it to use it as a case study for this talk, but couldn't find it. But I turned up this one instead. There we are, Volvo trucks, Jean-Claude Van Damme and his epic split. It's 88 million views on YouTube. Of course, not all of us, probably no one in this room has the budget for this kind of stunt. It is a form of influencer marketing, the celebrity. Again, he's reflecting on something deep, but it is an epic split. It's a boring business. What Volvo is trying to sell here is that their drivetrain, their software for their steering is precise. And this really hits it out of the park, and it's all really done with the images of it. After the 3rd time of watching it, I realized that they were actually driving backwards in it. I watched the director's cut. I love it. It really resonates. If you check out Volvo Trucks' YouTube channel, they do a really nice job of promoting industrial equipment by traveling the country, meeting other Volvo truck owners. Yeah, they smash up some trucks here and there because we do like to see things get destroyed. And they incorporate a lot of travel photos, which are in the easy category for social media. So who's boring? Most B2Bs are a challenge for social. Think of jet engines, who makes your photocopier, your printer, industrial equipment like Volvo's steering assembly, lots of goods and services. Think of your taxes. So who's easy? Beauty, food, drink, those are super easy. Pinterest, Instagram, easy to do in photographs. Travel, fashion. Tech is actually easy. I personally find it challenging because I'm not a gadget person, but it is pretty easy for social. Entertainment, I should have added animals onto this list too because they're just so easy and so engaging. My first case study is City of Las Vegas because you obviously can relate to it. And you might be thinking, yeah, it's not fair because Las Vegas has so much going on, they should be pretty easy. But this is actually the city of Las Vegas, the municipality. So they're challenging because what they could be is blah, 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 here's our laws, here's our regulations, don't do this, don't do that. But what they do is they actually engage all the stakeholders, meaning their tourists and their residents, all their citizens, and make it social and make themselves helpful rather than sort of preachy. 52,000 Facebook followers, 31,000 on Instagram, 142,000 on Twitter. Twitter's their main communication channels. They employ a lot of social listening and do actually respond and make themselves part of the community. So this is my first recommendation. If you're having trouble with your ROI, having trouble getting engaged, master 1, 2, maybe 3 social channels, get the hang of them, increase your following, increase your engagement, and then move on to another channel if it's appropriate for you. Las Vegas has a YouTube channel. It's surprising that they only have 928 followers because they do use a lot of video in their social. 4 attempts at a podcast, only 4 episodes up there, abandoned the Tumblr account, which makes sense. So 3 main channels, Twitter being the biggest one, and what do? Almost all of them, always a picture involved. Photos, images, videos are optional on Twitter and Facebook, but they always include it, and you should if you can, because it makes you stand out in that fast Twitter newsfeed. Same thing on Facebook. Here they have a video, and they're making themselves part of the community. Attention artists, they want to beautify the city, and here they bring you to a page that tells you all about it. They are being helpful, they are being social. Did you know 225 marriage licenses per day? What they could have done is said, did you know that if you want to get married in Las Vegas, you owe us $100 for the fee, and here's how you apply, and make themselves difficult. But it's a fun fact, and it's the kind of Twitter post that people will actually click through. And again, they have a video there, just some shots of Vegas and the cityscape. I'm assuming they have an award-winning social media team in California, Orange County, actually consulting with them so they can get on board too. So the officer, and they're recruiting more police officers, and my guess is that actually is the social media team in the background. But again, they're making themselves social, part of the community, and being a resource and reaching out through their Twitter account. Now these guys are boring, it's taxes, right? But you need it to do your taxes, they know it, but you don't have to use H&R Block. 463,000 followers on Facebook, only 3,000 on Instagram, 29 on Twitter. Big following on YouTube as well. So not too bad. Obviously the focus is on Facebook. So the first one, you may have seen this as a TV ad recently. So now that we're in tax season, this, which has been on YouTube, this is from Twitter, they clipped it. They brought that to TV as well, and it's John Hamm on a movie set, and he's trying to explain tax advantages with donuts. And it's really cute. Again, a form of influencer marketing, because it's a celebrity. And it's kind of an engaging ad, and who doesn't love to look at John Hamm? Nice branding on here, the green scarf, and here they are doing the same thing that Las Vegas does, is they are making themselves helpful with a winter cost-saving tip. And they don't stoop too far. Using dogs is a nice way to get a little bit more engagement. Puppy on the left, some cookies on the right. So food and dogs fit across any social platform. What would I have done differently? You see in both posts there and there, absolutely no use of hashtags, and that's how they could have made this better. I'm surprised that they don't have more engagement, at least on the dog post, and they could hashtag that up. There's a website that you can go to, all-hashtag.com. I have it on the last slide. It can help you find hashtags that are related to a topic that you want to post. And you'll see, especially on Instagram, that if you find hashtags that people are following and going to engage with, you can boost up your Instagram following much quicker if you learn how to hashtag it right. 7 to 11 hashtags, up to 20 on Instagram will help you get some more engagement. And H&R Block on Facebook, so their biggest channel that they're focused on, and they did a nice job of jumping on a national event, Veterans Day, and again, being helpful. And you see they did really well. Lots of shares, lots of likes, and a ton of comments at the bottom. They have it nicely branded, and of course they included an image again. So Home Depot, these are one of my favorite to include in talks. So Home Depot is at it. They have a great following across all channels, big Facebook following, but you see that they're also on Pinterest. Home Depot, Lowe's are boring. They are just warehouses full of shelves of dusty stuff, and they could have done their social that way and probably not been very successful. But they do a great job of focusing on what's the end product of what you can make, create, or do in your home with what they have on those shelves. This is Pinterest. Pinterest top categories: home decor, do-it-yourself, crafts, and food. There's no food whatsoever at Home Depot, but you see on the right, they have recipes. They use it to fit themselves into those top 5 categories on Pinterest. So they're being mindful of what's popular there and then making themselves fit, but it's still authentic. So they use the recipes to promote their outdoor goods like patio furniture, barbecue grills, pavers, even the lawn and garden stuff. And that's their way of doing it because it's tailored to that social channel. On the left you have the croquets. I'm sure you could buy pink flamingos there, but that pin in particular is about how to make those mallets. And YouTube, so they are a dead ringer for YouTube. The #1 search term on YouTube is how-to, and then you fill in the blank with the rest of what that is. And of course, they have tons of how-to videos there. And this is a boring topic. It's a power washer, but look at all the views they have of it. They have it SEO'd right. So learn a little bit about SEO for YouTube. I have a slide on that at the end, I think. And it's about optimizing the title. And you can do that with looking at Google Trends, looking at your keyword analysis, making sure that video is actually about what you have in the title and the description, and including that in keywords at the bottom. They all have got to match. And if you can make a series out of something, that'll help you get suggested for the right-hand side with the related videos. Instagram. So they throw in a dog picture like every 5th post. Nice job over here because it's supposedly an employee's dog, and over here is actually a customer's dog, maybe vice versa, I can't. You can look in the comments. No hashtags again, so they could have made this better, but it's nice, and the dogs get them 2 times the likes because we love dogs. So I picked Home Depot as an example over Lowe's because this is Crystal, the dog, who I see at Home Depot almost every other weekend when I go there. So I snapped her picture and stuck her in there, and that's why I picked. Lowe's actually has probably double per channel that Home Depot does. They're the top 5 account on Pinterest because they're the same strategy. They're just doing a little bit better, more content, but they've done a nice job of making their content tailored per channel. GE is definitely boring. Think of the Volvo ads. They are industrial equipment, light bulbs, some consumer goods, and a big following on Facebook. That's clearly where they're focused with 2 million followers, doing really well on Instagram and YouTube as well, and of course Twitter. They have, and it's still live, you can go onto Tumblr and see their old channel, which is called Badass Machines. And it focused on their industrial equipment and their big turbines or whatever they have in plants. And it was really interesting because you could see them in action, but pretty good photography. So they've moved Badass Machines over to Instagram, and that explains the big following there because they're doing it well with lots of photography. It's a locomotive, it's a challenge to do on social, but a huge following because they're making it very interesting. Only 1 hashtag there, 2 hashtags, no, they got 4 going on. So not too bad, but it's a big following and it gets them a good engagement. They've also done a nice job here. Remember H&R Block did for Veterans Day, they made themselves part of Christmas Eve and claiming that their software helps Santa get to your house. So it's just fun and they're useful to the community, lots of views and lots of comments below that. And that's their biggest channel is Facebook. So video, I'm a big fan of video. I recommend it. And my other video tip is if you're going to do a video, use a custom thumbnail because then you don't end up with a picture like that stuck in a still shot. So use a custom thumbnail. That is your first opportunity to show with a picture to your potential viewer what that video is about. And then your message in the first 8 to 10 seconds of that video, tell them in words what this video is going to be about and then get to your message. Start with the thumbnail, and then the 8 to 10 second message, and make sure text, title, keywords all optimized together. So if you're having trouble on social with your ROI or getting a following, think about what is your brand, your products, or your affiliate offering. What is your purpose? How do you add value to someone's life? If you didn't have a value or you weren't cost effective, you wouldn't be in business or you won't be in business long. So think about what it is that you have to offer, your value proposition, and what separates you from your competition. And then where is your audience? You can go back to the slides from August and see social media audits and think about what age group does your offer, brand, product, service appeal to, what social channel are they on, and it may be that you have one product belongs on one channel and something else belongs on another channel. So don't waste your time if your audience isn't actually present in the first place. So my tips for Facebook: use the Facebook native scheduler to schedule your posts. So Facebook, very competitive, it's tough to get through that algorithm, and it's an ever-changing algorithm. If you upload posts directly to Facebook, schedule them there rather than doing it from Hootsuite, and I do it from Hootsuite, and I sometimes do native. It depends on how much time I have. You'll see you'll get more reach if you schedule it natively. Upload your videos directly to Facebook. Facebook and YouTube are competitors, and Facebook will never let you forget that. If you upload those videos directly to Facebook rather than sharing them over from YouTube, you're going to get more reach out of them and more mileage. You will see. Use emotion in the text of your post. Think about your angsty friends and the things they like. Complain about what makes them happy, what makes them sad, and just tweak the wording of your Facebook posts, and you'll see that you can get 10 times more reach if you just add a little bit of, don't you love it when, or I hate it when, or this makes me happy, and you'll see those emotions can get you more reach as well. Photos of animals, videos, quotes, and facts. Try Facebook Live, Instagram Live. If you're shying away from YouTube videos still, you might be a little shy of Facebook Live, but Facebook wants Facebook Live to work. And if you try it out, you'll see you can get a ton of reach out of that because they're favoring it right now. And that's just the way the algorithm is this month, this day, this month. It's always changing. Boost soft content like positive reviews, popular posts. Take your most popular posts on Instagram or Facebook, Instagram, if you want to put money behind them and do a little advertising. The ones that do well organically for free are should be the most popular if you put some money behind it. So choose your ads that way rather than guessing at what people want to see. Use promoted posts to build your following if you're having a little bit trouble. If you have a brick and mortar location or an event going on, like I'm running a local awareness campaign here, use that and get people to your store or event. Form a niche user group also. You'll see it's a little bit easier to get reach on Facebook. Twitter, 52% of people use Twitter for a promotion, follow brands, so give them what they want, something special as a Twitter follower. Starbucks has a big campaign going on right now where you join or you follow them and tweet back to them and they give you some cookie or something from it. Use location data in the post. It makes you more discoverable. That also applies to Instagram. Images, 18% more engagement. Hashtags, 2 times more engagement. So Twitter, 1 to 3 hashtags. Instagram, you're looking at 7 to 20 hashtags. Don't go crazy on Twitter with too many, and don't be shy of using them on Instagram. Include please retweet or hashtag RT for more retweets. Ask for it. Ask for what you want. Tweet regularly. Good content for your blog post and Twitter. Top 5, top 10 list. Use the words how to. Same thing for YouTube. New blog posts, help, great, follow. They all work really well to be discovered on Twitter. We process visual data faster. You can say a lot with the image without saying any text at all, and use that even when it's optional, meaning Facebook and Twitter, LinkedIn. It's not optional on Instagram and Pinterest, obviously. Instagram post tag with a location, 79% more engagement, makes you more discoverable on Twitter. Photos of human faces, 38% more likely to get likes. It's the opposite for Pinterest. Pinterest, a human face is going to get you less engagement and less likes, so know your channel. Hashtag 7 to 11 again, up to 20. Filtered photos get more engagement. Same thing with comments. Mayfair, I believe, is the most shared filter, and the one that's just to the left of it is what Emerald also is like number 2. Post at optimum time. So if you've converted to a business account, go in and look at those optimum times. Since I've been here at Affiliate Summit, I keep posting and hashtagging it. The morning ones, nobody's up. Nighttime, I can get double the amount of likes that I'm getting on Instagram. So just look at those times. Ask people to turn on their post notifications. This applies to Facebook as well. So this is Instagram. Remind them every once in a while to turn these on if you want to still see me at the top of your news feed. Tools that I use. I use Hootsuite Pro. I also use Buffer. So obviously paying for Hootsuite Pro. I am paying for Buffer as well. I'm using Feedly to help me discover content. I pay for Feedly. It's really cheap, like $40 a year for what I have. And I have that hooked over with, you see at the bottom, this website. That's if this, then that. And I heard it mentioned in an earlier session too. Tons of apps that you can help be more productive on social. So I have things running from Feedly, they go over to Buffer, and they can get shared across using if this then that with these recipes. The website that I mentioned earlier, allhashtag.com on the bottom, will help you discover hashtags that can help you get more engagement on Instagram, a little bit of Twitter too. So for videos, I use Corel Video Studio X9 Ultimate to edit video content, and that's what I use on my YouTube channel. Filmora, that's not free. Filmora is free and very nice. I know a lot of people love it. There was just some things that Filmora didn't do that Corel does that I wanted it. Filmora is actually kind of a nicer looking product though. Instagram Followers Lost to help you balance out who you're following, who's following you. Untweets, who unfollowed me, are great for Twitter. I also use SEMrush. So I sometimes base blog posts and my YouTube videos on what's trending. I can sit down and open up my Google Analytics. I'll go to a social account I want to post for and open the analytics there, because they're all business accounts, and see what people are looking at, because it tells me they still have questions about it. So with Google Trends open, SEMrush open, my social channel accounts opened up to their analytics, I look at what's popular and what people are searching for, and that sometimes determines what I add for content. So what did I tell the moving company? I thought he was easy. If I step back one, what happened in the end? The Volvo commercial where they rolled out the car and put a box truck on it to impress you of how strong it was, they were successfully sued by the FCC for altering the top of the car, adding steel beams to it for the sake of that commercial. False advertising, they lost that battle. The moving company, he's easy on social. He just has to think about what he does to add value to his potential customers. They won't all use a moving company, but almost everybody moves at least once. He can talk about packing, insurance, how to select a neighborhood, how to select a moving company, how to decorate your new house, all those other things that go along with moving. He can incorporate those into blog posts and do it well with pictures. He was family owned, so featuring that and how he's been in business for generations will all do really well. I'm sure, hopefully, he has reviews as well too, and he can use that as content. The crane company, they could be like GE, and you have to emulate them, focusing on the end product and do it well and do it with images is how they can do well on social. They're far more challenging than the moving company is. So my suggestions for content, quotes, questions, blog posts, infographics, data, hacks, do-it-yourself, and how-to. How-to is excellent across any social channel. It's great for your blog. Post regularly on your blog and your social channels as well. More, it's common again. Don't be too salesy. I have a neighbor who's trying to get into affiliate marketing, so he's always writing to me across Twitter, and I look at his Instagram account, and it's all ads. So we're supposed to have coffee after I get back from here and explain to him about being salesy. How-to videos, again, use reviews, put those on your site, put them into promotions. Facebook and Instagram Live, boost your posts if you really can't build a following or you need to build a following quickly. For example, I had a client who needed to go to a trade show. They were starting from zero. They had about 2-3 months. They had to boost content because they're just never going to build a following naturally. Form a niche user group. You could do that on LinkedIn. You could do it on Facebook. And just make yourself a resource. Don't forget what social media is all about being authentic, being social, and sharing and being a help to people. Check your stats. If you have business accounts, you have stats. See when people are online, see which content they respond to, and then share more of the same on a regular basis so people know when to come back and look. That's Snapchat. Respond to comments. So you could always use Twitter, like Las Vegas is, as a form of contact, responding to people. It's a customer service form for you. You can do the same thing on Instagram and, of course, on Facebook. Use hashtags, but know which channel you're on. Check your analytics. SEO for YouTube, SEO for your blog posts as well. Use social media, customer service, and a regular schedule. A little bit repetitive, but I really, really mean those. And so let's connect. You can always shoot me an email. These slides are online. Say, hey, we met at Affiliate Summit. I have questions. I'm always happy to answer questions. And enjoy the rest of your time at Affiliate Summit. I have time for questions here. Nobody? Oh yeah, I have to remind you, we're going to fill out these forms because you could win a pass to the next Affiliate Summit. I forgot that part. I'm sorry.
What do you suggest with reference to hosting times when you have an international audience?
You have to reword that for me because I don't understand. So you're asking about suggestions for posting times with the international audience.
When should I post on Facebook when I have my audiences all over the world?
Ah.
Evenly distributed, so they're not all in California or New York, they might be in Mumbai or France.
So the question is, when do I post online on social if it's your 24/7 is what you're trying to say. You can turn on, it's Facebook or all channels.
All channels.
So Facebook has the ability, so you can turn on some autoresponders now, but the thing to watch for there is that you can get this grading going on, and I don't think a lot of people pay attention to it, that your response time isn't very good. You might need some help, right? So you could hire someone virtually to help you out with that. Or I wouldn't want to do something like, we only operate during certain hours.
Actually, what I meant was really.
Come on up to the mic.
What I actually meant was more about when to do the posts.
Oh, the posts
Not the
themselves.
response to the
Can you
actions.
you can space them out, right? So auto schedule it, right? That's what I would do. I would definitely space it out. Yeah. What was your answer?
You should post multiple times.
Yeah.
Because his whole audience is not going to see that.
Yeah, Twitter, you can do, you can do a post every hour. You wouldn't want to do that on Facebook. You need to try to restrict that to maybe 2. I've seen people do up to 5 posts per day, but you don't want to drown them out. So just space it out, or the most popular times. Or if your content happens to be relevant to a particular geographic location, then you're on me. Yeah, you can space it out. Anybody else? 5-minute warning.
Does 2 or 3
You're up here before. Come on.
Hi, Michelle. Does
Hi.
2 or 3 hashtags have more value than using 7 hashtags for those same hashtag keywords when you make a post?
So the hashtag use is about, it helps you build a following. It's about engagement, right? And so that's how we get more followers, just more engaging. So the 2, 3 hashtags is going to apply to Twitter. 1 or 2 hashtags to Facebook. That 7 to 20 is completely Instagram. So maybe your question is, do you get real followers?
Well, I'm concerned with diminishing returns on the number of hashtags to optimize for.
No, I don't think you do. I think you end up with different followers.
Okay.
So you can take one hashtag and find similar. So I wouldn't want to have a post that has all business-related hashtags. I can do it like, I'm in Vegas, it's business, it's ASW 17, and spread that out a little bit so it's not all about that one topic. And that's what that website will help you do, is find related things, but it doesn't hurt you. It really doesn't.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. 4 minutes. Do we have any other questions? Going once? Thanks, everybody. Enjoy your time here, and see you some other sessions.